homeschool families have multiple kids of different ages and are able to find time to teach all of them. But how?
In this video, we'll give you some tips and tricks to help making homeschool multiple kids simple.
Welcome to Kids Learning for Life. That's Jenny.
That's Stacey.
And we're two homeschooling moms. We're here to help families teach kids the joy of learning.
Because learning doesn't happen just during school, it happens throughout life. Teaching all of your kids at once can seem daunting, especially if they're at different ages and different skill levels. But one thing is for sure, this is a factor that every homeschool family has had to deal with since the beginning of time, and there are many things you can do to make it possible.
One thing you can do is follow a unit studies curriculum that teaches multiple subjects at the same time to kids of multiple age levels. Unit study curriculum allows parents to tailor assignments to their individual students' needs. For example, I'll be doing a unit study on ancient Egypt this year with my boys. I'll be covering history by looking at how the ancient Egyptians lived. I'll be covering art by looking at the ancient Egyptian art. I'll be covering science by looking at the stars of the ancient Egyptian sky. And I'll also be covering geography by looking at maps of ancient Egypt. Many families really enjoy the unit study approach because it allows them to teach family style. They can teach multiple subjects to all of their children at the same time, no matter what their age or grade level.
Another tip is to create a schedule that works for you and your kids. You might want to group some of your children together if they're at around the same age or ability level, or you might want to schedule some time to teach each of them individually. Take into account what time of day is most productive for your family and what environment your children thrive in. The key is flexibility because your kids are changing and growing so fast that whatever schedule you come up with will probably only last a short time.
You can also encourage interest-led learning. A fun part about homeschooling is allowing your children to pursue their own interests. Usually, your child's special interests are things that they can pursue on their own. If they're interested in photography, they can go outside and explore with the camera and see what they can come up with. Same thing is if they are interested in art. You can give them some paper and pencils and let them explore and learn on their own. This is a good time for you to work with another child one-on-one, or even work on something that you need to get done around the house.
A fun way to get everyone learning together is to play educational games. Uno and Go Fish are good examples of games that everyone can play and enjoy. There are also games like Boggle, Rummikub, and Mancala that teach logic skills and how to take turns. These games can usually be taught to younger children pretty easily, and the whole family can enjoy playing them together.
Do you have any preschoolers or toddlers running around while you're trying to homeschool your older kids? Younger kids normally like to do school just like their older siblings, so don't be afraid to give them a piece of paper and some color crayons and give them an assignment. This can be as simple as, can you write the letter A? Or can you draw me a picture of a duck? And they will be happy to show you what they can do. You can even try having them do something more tactile, like cleaning their toy cars with a toothbrush or making shapes out of pipe cleaners. If you need more ideas for your preschoolers or toddlers, you can check out our preschool and toddler curriculum for free on our website. It's actually great to have preschoolers and toddlers around while you're teaching your older kids because you'll be surprised at how much they actually soak up from the lessons that you're teaching your older kids. One final tip to try is to do your older kids' schooling during your younger one's nap time. This is a quiet time where the older kids will be quiet doing lessons so that your younger one can sleep, and your younger one is asleep so your older ones can do lessons. It's a win-win for everyone.
Take advantage of your older students' willingness to teach the younger ones. This will help reinforce the lessons that they've already been taught by you, and this is also fun for the younger students to be able to learn from someone else for a change. This is also a great way for siblings to develop stronger family bonds.
The way I homeschool my three boys is by trying to combine as many subjects together as possible. This year, I'm going to be trying out layers of learning, and I'm so excited because it combines science, history, art, and geography all in one curriculum. And the curriculum is even meant to be taught to multiple ages at the same time, so from first grade all the way through 12th. This works so perfect for us because now I only really have to focus on the math and the reading, and then everything else can be taught together as a family. How do you homeschool your three girls, Jenny?
Well, so it's pretty straightforward. My two daughters that are school age are really close in age, so I teach them basically at the same time. The only problem we have is noise. So one of my daughters loves to be talking and she loves to listen to music during lessons, while the other one really needs a lot of peace and quiet to be able to focus. So the one thing we've been struggling with is I have to kind of teach them at either different times or in different spaces. I also have a 1-year-old who's usually happy just sitting there eating a snack while I'm teaching the girls, but I know that will be changing soon. Whatever your situation, just know that it gets easier. Your kids will, over time, learn how to be able to stay on track and read directions themselves. Also, keep in mind that schoolrooms for kids of all ages existed for decades before the current grade level system was implemented.
So, how do you homeschool multiple children? And how do you juggle it all? Let us know in the comments below. And if you like this video, be sure to like and subscribe to get more homeschooling content just like this. See you next time!